In this video, we will investigate the beliefs and sources of authority of Judaism, which will help you to understand Jewish people's attitudes, lifestyles, and practices. In this video, we will look at the idea of God and scriptures which explain it. The Torah opens with, "In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth." Jewish people believe that God created the world according to God's plan. God, in Judaism, has no bodily form, but is omnipotent, all-powerful, omniscient, or all-knowing, and omnipresent, everywhere. In Judaism, God is capable of doing anything, and allows humans freedom to choose their own path in life. This is known as free will. Jewish people believe that God does occasionally intervene in the world, and acts through a miracle or unexplained occurrence. God is also the sustainer, providing the natural resources required to sustain life. For Jews, God is also the lawgiver, giving commandments to Moses, the most influential of which are the 10 Commandments, describing the relationship between God and humans, and between humans and other humans. Jewish people believe that God will judge the behavior of each person. God is also a redeemer for Jewish people, saving them especially at times of crisis. An example of this is seen in the Tanakh, where God saves the Israelites from slavery. God says in Leviticus, "Be holy, because I, the Lord your God, am holy." For Jewish people, God is the sanctifier, allowing Jewish people to become holy by following God's commandments, in particular by helping someone in need. The Shema is recited twice a day, as part of the morning and evening service in Judaism. It describes the belief in one God, or monotheism. This separated Jewish people from their neighbors, who believed in many gods. Jewish people live their lives based on this belief. Pause the video and read the Shema. The Shema tells Jewish people that God demands their absolute loyalty and spiritual dedication with all strength. Also, it is important to teach this to children. To extend your knowledge of the Shema, read Deuteronomy 11:13-21. The idea of covenant is a way of understanding God's relationship with humans. It is an agreement between two parties to the benefit of both. Both sides have to keep the agreement. Can you think of any modern-day covenants? The Jewish idea of covenant with God is an everlasting covenant. God will never break the covenant, even if Jewish people do not keep the laws and commandments. Jews, the people of Israel, are sometimes called the chosen people. This reflects the idea that Jewish people are chosen by God for responsibility, not superiority, and have a duty to keep the commandments to make the world more civilized. Following the covenant with Noah, Jewish people were given responsibility for justice. God's covenant with Abraham was that if Abraham left his old life and traveled to Canaan, later Israel, God would bless him and protect him. Circumcision is the sign of this covenant and sets the Jewish people apart. This story is found in Genesis 12. The Torah is central to the Jewish covenant with God. It helps Jewish people continue their traditions. One of the happiest Jewish festivals is Simchat Torah, marking the yearly cycle of reading the Torah, reading the last verse of Deuteronomy, and the first verse of Genesis. It is accompanied by singing and dancing. Jewish people believe that by accepting the Torah, they have strengthened the everlasting covenant with God. Some Jewish people pray every day for the coming of the Messiah. Messiah means anointed one, and in the Tanakh describe the kings of Israel who are anointed with oil. Traditionally, Jewish people thought it would be someone responsible for gathering Jews back to the land of Israel. Today, it is interpreted as a future king of Israel who will be a descendant of King David, who will rule during the Messianic age. The Messianic age is described by Prophet Micah as a time when war will end and there will be universal peace and harmony.